Yo, how y'all feeling? Y'all good? I know I'm good. You good?
I'm good.
I'm your host, Solomon.
This your girl, Toya.
And this is
the Be Different Podcast.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Be Different Podcast. Your host, Solomon Buchanan, man. As y'all can see on today's episode, to some people, this is a new face, but to people that's been keeping up with the podcast, man, this is a familiar face. He's been on the episode before. But before I let him introduce himself to the new people, man, y'all know y'all can listen to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and anywhere else where you listen to your podcast, all at the Be Different Podcast. Make sure to follow us on our social media pages, Instagram at _BeDifferent Podcast, X at _BeDifferent Pod, TikTok BeDifferent Clips, and anybody that would like to be on the episode or sponsor a video or the Be Different Podcast, our business email is bedifferentpod06@gmail.com. Man, now that I got that all out the way, I'm going to let our guest introduce himself.
How y'all doing? My name is Jeremy Holmes. Y'all might know me as Isaiah J. Holmes, but I'm Jeremy Holmes. I'm from Grenada, Mississippi. I attended University of Mississippi. And yeah.
Hey, man. Hey, I appreciate you for coming on the show, man. For the people that don't know, he was a guest on Barbershop Talks episode 1. Well, it's a series I did last year while I was at school, man, with all the guys. They stayed at Lucky Day with me, man. So happy to have you back on the show, man, for another episode, bro. How you doing today?
Man, doing smooth. As good as it can get.
Yeah, good as it get, man. Said we both sophomores, man, here for year 2, man. How the school year going? How year 2 going?
Man, it's going better than last year, I swear. Oh, God. Grades looking better.
Okay.
Not even talking about the grades. The aura going up, man.
Yeah.
You know, you got to have the aura in school. Aura going up, grades going up. Just overall, better year so far.
Just everything's just going a little bit better.
Everything's
just
going
a
up
little bit better. Okay, man. But speaking of this year, bro, what can you say has just been some differences, you know, from your freshman year to now? You know, you've been here a little while, you know, the campus. Well, you've been through the campus since, you know, last year, but now, you know, just it's just a little different now. You here again, year 2. This was been some different things, different challenges, you know.
Man, honestly, really, it's just gonna be a huge difference in general, because like school is more or less like really how long you've been here. You just know more over time.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've already had a year of experience. So like it's just really like, you know, you can get to your classes a little bit faster. You know, you can pick your class a little bit faster.
Yeah.
It's just been overall just a year 2, and yeah, it's just going about as good as it can get, really.
Yeah, good as it get, man. Like you said, year 2. Like I said, picking classes a lot faster.
You know what I'm saying? Like little stuff that you really wouldn't even think about. It's just going by way smoother because I already did it before.
Exactly, man. It's not like you got the question, anything like that. You already know the process.
Yeah.
You know everything. Like I said, know how to get around campus, know the quickest route to get to the class and things of that nature, man. So hey, that's good, man. That's good. But you didn't mention this. You didn't mention this in your beginning, but man, my guy here, you got photography, man, here on camera, man. You just want to talk about that, tell the people, you know, a little bit about that.
Really? Well, I gotta start from the beginning. Really, I've been taking pictures. You know how everybody, I think it's really more like a Mississippi thing. Everybody take pictures at the gas station. You know what I'm saying? My friends always made me take their picture. They were like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be the one to get their pictures right. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So really started it up around January, February, March, probably around March or April. And then got the camera, took some pictures, and realized I was just good at it. So, yeah, I just kept it going. I mean, it opened up a lot of doors.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, really, honestly and truly, once you get a camera, you're going to realize you can go anywhere.
Anywhere.
Shoot, like, for instance, I ain't paid for a party since, like, last semester. Really, I really ain't paid for a party since like last year. So really, yeah, it opened up a lot of doors as far as that, and then it got me a whole bunch of new connections. Like for instance, I done met coaches and stuff like that. Just gotta take pictures, party promotion, which is some connections, but like people might not view it as like a big connection. But like as far as socially, you know what I'm saying, just getting plenty more connections, and yeah, it just took me a bunch of places that I probably never get to go, or for example, just without the camera. So,
yeah. Hey, I feel you on that. But man, what can you say has just been like some of your biggest challenges? Just going with taking pictures and being a photographer, being an up and coming photographer, man. What's just been some of your challenges?
It's a lot of challenges. Really, the main challenge is learning how to take the pictures. Like I remember the first day I got the camera. Horrible. Like it wasn't horrible though, but it was like, you gotta learn how to take pictures of people moving. Yeah. You gotta learn the correct angles and stuff. Like the first day I got the camera, I hit up my homegirl, and then I'm in the Grove taking pictures off rip. So really, you gonna just need experience. Yep. And then another thing, like socially, like, if you go to Ole Miss, you probably seen me before taking pictures somewhere. Like for instance, like the Grove, the parties, Union Unplugged, anywhere. The biggest challenge though is the way how people ask me to take their pictures. It's like they feel obligated that I have to take their picture. It's like, come on, come take my picture. I'm like, dang, bro, like you see me taking these for a picture. Or like for instance, after the fact, it won't be 10 minutes after I get done taking pictures. I'm talking about I ain't even got home yet. Bro, you got the picture? I'm like, bro, like,
exactly. Give me some time. Like, you got to get time to edit the pictures, sit down.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a free. I'm really just providing a free service, and people try to take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, that's about it. Really, just people being people, which is you gonna experience doing everything. People being people. Yeah, that's about it. That's about the only challenges for real.
Okay, man. Like you said, really just all come down to, like you said, people gonna be people regardless of where you work at, bro. Exactly, you working. People just gonna have the way they act, the way they treat other people. They're just people that, like in general. You just gotta be able, keep it pushing and move on regardless. And like you said, it just go back to experience too. Like
for sure,
and obviously your first picture not gonna be as good as your most recent picture because you just get better over time as you just keep going as you go. But jumping to the opposite of the question, what can you say has been your biggest challenge? Not biggest challenge, biggest accomplishment so far, with taking pictures and doing photography and everything.
Really? I know most people, they get into photography for the money. Yeah. I just be bored, and I just like doing stuff. So I wouldn't say I done made a whole bunch of money off photography, but like, I say like, honestly, like my biggest accomplishment as far as that is really just getting the people's, how can I explain it? Getting the people's opinion, if they're, for the most part, they've all been positive. Like, for instance, like, if I go to a party and take pictures, it's like that. Like I'm getting 20, 30K views off the pictures no matter what. So that means, like, the people are enjoying the pictures, and that's really why I do it. Yeah. I just do it because that's just my hobby. You know what I'm saying? So being able to share my hobby with more or less the world is just really, like, I guess my biggest accomplishment as far as the pictures.
Okay, man. I mentioned it. Like, see, you just be able to show what you do, like what you love doing, just different things that you do to the world, man. You just get that feedback, like, okay, I mess with it. He just, this dude hard right taking these pictures, up and coming and things of that nature. But what is the end goal that you have for yourself with this photography stuff? Like, do you want to turn it to where you are real life photographer, professional, where you got bookings here, bookings there, or is it just something, like I said, it's just a hobby that you just gonna continue to do just when you have your free time, just just put impact and bring impact on people's lives?
Honestly, I say my end goal, I can't really say I have one, for instance, because like I said, I just do it for really just fun. Yeah. But like, people have pulled me in to take their pictures at like the parties and stuff like that. So maybe I might go to the right party one day. Might be somebody there who could really change my life as far as everything. So, I mean, I guess an end goal would be, or like a want would be like maybe I can get with a rapper or something like that. Maybe I could be their personal photographer, videographer. They call me out whenever they're doing shows.
Yeah.
That sound fun. I mean,
Not fact, though.
exactly.
Get to travel with them, be their
Exactly.
personal photographer, see everything like that. Yeah,
Exactly. So
that'd be hard.
I guess that'll be like a goal or a want. I can do that. Or really, other than that, if I don't get that far in photography or videography, I just say, shoot, keep doing what I'm doing. You know, going to the parties. You know, because I know, for instance, like when you go to the party and you see me take your picture, like I know, like that's something I would want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I would want that memory of the party or wherever I'm at. I would want that memory.
Exactly.
So
Then
really,
it's a good quality picture,
Exactly,
like something
like-
that you know you can go back and look like. Okay, I was at
oh
this
God, I
party.
was at that party. Oh God,
yeah.
like dang, I remember that night. That night
Yeah.
would turn. Like really, probably just continuing what I'm doing, or probably just make it bigger. Like I know, for instance, like when I get done with college, I plan on moving. So I'm going to Minnesota with my homeboy. So we already been talking about it. Probably going to like one like the big clubs in Minnesota, something like that.
Yeah.
Trying to find the owner. You know, all right, this is what we trying to do. We trying to come in every night or every weekend, whichever y'all biggest nights, and we trying to come in there with the cameras. We trying to get right. We trying to take the people pictures.
Yep.
And we need to post on like a website or something like that. You see what I'm
That's
saying?
what I was just about to say too. Saying you going to those businesses, if the business like the club or whatever don't have a social media, you can help them. They
Get what I'm
expand their
saying?
social media page, like just taking pictures of the club while they having an event like on Thursdays or something
what
like
I'm
it's a
saying?
special
Like-
night.
like-
Post a picture, tell the people, hey man, y'all come out for a great time.
That's what I'm
some
saying.
stuff.
And
Yeah.
then that's like a whole nother living in itself.
Yep.
And then it's something that I really enjoy doing. So that would be going back to the goals. That would be That's like my most realistic goal when it comes to it. So yeah.
Okay, man. I heard you say about videography, like, so when it comes to that, like, cause I don't know if you do it or not, but I haven't seen you doing the video. So like, when it comes to that, have you ever thought about getting into that as well? Besides just taking pictures, doing videos and little movies and things like that.
Honestly, I have done something like that.
Okay.
I just got done shooting my first music video probably like 2-3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Honestly, the videography side of it is just something that's just gonna have to come when I'm free.
Yeah.
Because
Facts. That
the
take a
thing
lot of
about
time.
it, exactly, because like the dude who I did the music video for, he was like, he asked me, can I do it? I was like, I can record, but like he was like, okay, boom, so you can record, but just let me edit, because I don't know how to edit like the videos yet. So really, wait, what was the question again? I really forgot the question.
Nah, the question pretty much was just like, do you see yourself just getting involved in the videography
Yeah,
side?
for sure. Well, for sure. Because, I mean, it's photography just moving the camera. So I can't see myself doing that. I just got to get more time on my hands for real.
Okay, yeah, man, I feel you on that. And like you said, just being a photographer and taking pictures, it just opened up so many different doors.
Crazy doors.
Like the way social media has evolved now, bro, like, you take that picture, you can post one picture on social media, you did picture mess right a million, hit a million
You know
likes.
what I'm saying?
And now you out there, you famous photographer now, your name
Know what
out
I'm
there
saying?
taking pictures for different businesses,
Big
different
names,
people,
yeah.
and different stuff like that, man. But going back to, like you said, you're a student here at the University of Mississippi, man, known as Ole Miss, bro. But what is your major, man? Tell the people your major.
I major in criminal justice with an emphasis on homeland security.
Okay, criminal justice was emphasis on homeland security, man. What you want to do with that? When I think criminal justice, I think like, police officers and things of that nature. So what you want to do?
Honestly, it's a lot. It's just a lot. Like, for instance, like I'm interested in FEMA. If you don't know what FEMA is, it's like, for instance, a hurricane come to Louisiana. FEMA gonna come in, they gonna be like, what can we do in order to make this hurricane not impact the people as much as it would without us? You see what I'm saying? So like they might come up with plans, they might have time to build something in order to lessen the water damage. They might come up with plans that could, like, for instance, like giving out water, making sure there's like enough tents because people might lose their homes, something like that. That's something I can do. Or like ATF. Y'all probably know what ATF is, but them the people who come in when you got switches Yeah, them the people who come in, they gonna get you. I ain't gonna lie.
They gonna get
you. I'm gonna be fed. I'm gonna be a snitch. So yeah, them the people who come in with the switches, the automatic ARs like that. They come in, they might be like, oh yeah, nah, and they gonna take you to jail. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. But nah, I like that though. Like you said, you're gonna be the feds, but you not just gonna be like a. Like not knocking police officers, not disrespecting police. But you're not gonna be exactly. You're not gonna just be a police officer. You're gonna be somebody that's actually gonna like that's in the head of this gonna come through and actually That's
what I'm saying.
Actually make it different. Not saying police don't make it different, but like it's not like they gonna go out every day and make it different. Like you gonna actually do some.
I can say though, really though, you'll be surprised. Police officers do really make a difference. 'Cause at the end of the day, like the way how I view it, people be like, okay, yeah, we don't mess with the police, but if somebody kill your mama, like who you gonna call?
Exactly,
the
you police. You police to go do something. Exactly,
you know what I'm saying? So like,
you're right.
But we already know how people view the police, but like, it's just all about your perception on how you go about things. Like,
exactly.
Like, and then really, if you really don't like the police, then you gotta think about what you doing in your life, not to like them.
The police, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So it's two sides to the story, man. You say you don't like the police, but like you said, you need the police.
You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know me, y'all know I ain't never did nothing like that, so I don't got no problem with the police. Yeah. But people just people gonna be people.
Exactly. Like we said at the beginning, people gonna be people, man. They gonna have their opinion, how they feel about certain situations, man. But it's like so you just gotta be able to adapt and just know them people that just gonna have their opinion. Just accept it. Like you got your opinion, I got mine.
Yes, and you gonna live your life, and I'm gonna live my life.
Exactly, man. Exactly. So, with the Homeland Security and like the FEMA and what's the ATF? ATF. Okay, so which one do you like really want to pursue a career in the most, or is it just equally balanced? Whichever opportunity come first.
Honestly, it's that as well. It's like whichever one come first, but. Really, I can really see myself doing FEMA more because, like, I've always loved helping people in general. Okay. So, like, that'll give me more of, like, a helping aspect. So, yeah, I can really see myself doing FEMA more. But at the same time, like, whichever one comes first. I mean, I feel like I could be a good ATF agent. I mean, just whichever one comes first.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Like you said, whichever one comes first, man. But you really almost answered my next question I was going to go to. Like I said, you just always love helping people. But is working in Homeland Security something that you knew that you wanted to do all your life, or is just something that just came recently?
Honestly, I remember back in like 3rd grade, we had career day. I was an ATF agent for a career day. I already knew. Yeah, like my uncle, he's an ATF agent. Like I've always seen what he do. He always told me stories, and it's like it's really something that like. It's almost like a video game, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's almost like Call of Duty. It's like they doing crazy stuff. Like I always wanted to do ATF because I seen he's one of my biggest inspirations. So yeah, I'll say I've always wanted to do something in that field for sure.
Okay, man. So I know you involved in a lot of different things, like you said, with the photography and then with you being here on school and making Homeland Security, but how we said about that opportunity with just a big time rapper get to be his personal photographer or working with a business, being a photographer / social media person. What if that opportunity came first before the opportunity to be the ATF agent? Would you take the opportunity to run with it, or would you just continue just that chase your main dream and keep the photography as a hobby?
Man, Solo, you already know. Would you rather have to work a regular job game, or would you rather go on tour with YB and be his videographer, get that pay?
You know what I'm saying? I just had to ask for the people. I had to ask for the people.
If you would rather work a regular job versus doing something like videography for YB, then to each his own, because everybody gonna have their own opinion.
Thanks.
But who really wants to work though? If we being real, videography, photography is not even really a job for me. It's like something I enjoy doing. So if I have an opportunity to do something that I really like, because they always say, do what you like, don't do what's gonna get you the most amount of money.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Like that would be a career. That wouldn't even be a job for me. Like I would. love to be
Do
a
that,
videographer, photographer for YB or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
nah, I definitely feel you,
you know
bro.
what
I
I'm
feel
saying?
you.
So
like,
if the opportunity presents itself, I'm gone. For real though. But I'm gonna still get my degree though.
Nah,
That's just mandatory. That's for my mama right there.
yeah,
That ain't even for me.
I definitely feel you though. Like you said, you get the opportunity to do something that you love. When you
You know what I'm
doing
saying?
something, it don't feel like a job, man. So yeah, I definitely get what you're saying. Then with you being a photographer, videographer, like it's a job, but it's not like you got to go in
That's
a
what I'm
9 to
saying.
5. Like you just whenever he got a show, you got to go take picture, record, just edit, make sure you put it out.
Just
Like
make sure everything's straight.
yeah, that's cool though. I don't blame you for that answer, man. I don't blame you for that one. But man, I'm trying to think of some more questions. Y'all can tell this just an on the fly episode, bro. I seen him. We was at UE. We supposed to been record a podcast, man. A lot just been going on, so we had to get it in, man. But man, just how life been, bro. Just how everything been.
Been smooth, man. I ain't gonna lie. We can really ask you some questions though.
What you got, bro? What you
Man,
got?
so like for instance, like I don't know if anybody ever asked you this, but like what made you start your podcast?
Oh man, it's crazy you say that because we was talking about this the other day. But really though, I started my jump. I don't know if I ever told the full story on the episode before, I don't know, but like pretty much, I was in the hospital, had some stuff going on. Doctors didn't know what was going on, so while I was in the hospital, I was in the bed, couldn't do nothing, so I just watching TV all the time. Then when I really started watching stuff like ESPN, First Take with Stephen A. Smith, Jalen and Jalen with Jalen Rose, and I started watching Shannon Sharp and them. It's just a lot of podcasts, really. And I was like, sure. Because I didn't know if I could better play sports or not again or not. Because the doctor really didn't know nothing. So I was like, so I can't play sports. I would talk about it. I always talk about it at home with the guys, with my mama. And my wife said, my mama, she a big sports fan. So she talk about it and know just as much as I know. So she was like, man, let's go ahead and get it started then. And then, started on the phone one day. It's crazy. I go back and listen to our first episode every, like, so much, bro. It just be crazy just to hear it then to compare it to now. But yeah, man, started on the phone on the couch like this with the phone right here in the middle, and then been on going from there.
That's cool. That's cool.
For real,
So
man.
like, I guess my next question is like, what's some advice you would give to somebody who wants to start a podcast? Then, cause like ever since our episode, like I done looked in the BeDifferent Podcast. I done seen you start from your house to the dorm, now to the apartment, which is tremendous setup. You know what I'm saying? So like, I done watched it really build. Not really watching it build, but I done seen the big. I done seen the differences. So like, what's like some advice for somebody who wants to start a podcast and like how can they build it? Just like how you're currently building right now. Yeah.
One thing I'll say is, for one, you gotta be consistent. Like, you can't stop and start. Like, cause I ain't gonna lie, it done been time where I done took a break from posting some episode, but we always started back and I always keep going. Cause like, with social media, you gotta keep having content for people to watch. Like, even though you may not look at a podcast as social media, it's still media content. Like, cause it's on YouTube. You can post clips on TikTok, Instagram, stuff like that. So you gotta have something steady coming, cause people gonna keep watching. Then the people that really like enjoy the podcast and is really gonna be tuned in, they gonna be like, okay, I like this episode. What the next episode is? Then what the one after that? Then what the one after that? You gotta keep having content for people just to keep tuning in and just to get your name out there. For two, really get your topic of what you want to talk about. Like, you don't have to have a specific topic, but it's better to have something specific to where you can know how the show gonna flow. Like with me, like, my podcast is mainly a sports podcast, but like with me being here in school and having so many different guests, I formulate each episode based on the guests. Like, even though I formulate the episode based on the guests, everybody know that watch the podcast, I'm going to start the show off with introducing the podcast, where you can find it, where you can listen to it at, where you can follow us on our social media. Then I'm going to let the guests introduce themselves. Then I'm going to come up with basic topic that we talk about to, get the inside the mind of our guests, like how I asked you about your photography and about school, stuff like that. Then they take on it to the sport. Like, everybody, like I said, everybody know that watch the podcast, they know that's how the show gonna flow. The show is never gonna change the format. That's how it's gonna flow. And they know when I have my mama on there, when it be me and my mama, they know it's gonna be mainly focused on sports. Because at the end of the day, it's still a sports podcast. You know what I'm saying? Even though like I said, we talk about things going on in the world and have different guests that not involved in sports. At the end of the day, it still falls back to sport. Like that's the main topic that's gonna keep the conversation flowing throughout the whole show. So yeah, just staying consistent. Like I said, have your topic. Know what you want to do it for. Like just don't be like, I want to start a podcast and then you do one episode and like I said, you don't keep going. It just stand with consistency and really just growing. I'm gonna keep it real. I gotta tell everybody, I use YouTube. Taught me everything I know from
for sure
where to post the podcast, it like hosting sites, what's the best microphones to use, what's the best software to record on. Like YouTube taught me everything I know from editing to it ain't really teach me editing. I just learned on my own. Like CapCut is probably the easiest thing ever to use when you edit. Like, CapCut is probably the easiest thing ever. It got great effects. You don't even got to pay for the pro. You can use the free and still get good stuff, good quality video. But yeah, growing wild, like I said, you just gotta know your vision for it. As you get started, you don't have to start out with the best equipment. Cause like I said, I started off with my iPhone. The app called Fairwrite. Record an app, you can record it, save to your phone automatically. We'll go back and listen to it and post it. Then we upgraded to my MacBook to getting the microphone, mixing board, and all this stuff. So really, it's just about, like I said, your vision and what you want to do with the podcast, and just about being consistent, really.
So I guess my next question is, okay, so you said consistency. That's a main downfall I see with everybody, cause like it's like my skills, like I haven't been consistent lately, cause I've been doing stuff. But like, what's like your biggest motivation to stay consistent?
Yeah, that's a good question. Like that's a great question right there. My biggest motivation to stay consistent really is just knowing what I want to do at the end. Like, yes, the podcast is my hobby and I love doing it, but at the same time, I want the podcast to ultimately lead to me, like turn this into my job. Like
on some Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, like everybody they know I want to be a sports analyst. So this is just the beginning.
Or something. This is just one piece of the puzzle.
Exactly. Like how pretty much how I told the people. I said this on the episode before, other podcast. Like the podcast is the base. This is the foundation of the house. Like what I'm trying to build. Like it's just the base, just the ground level, and then everything else just gonna build on top of me having a podcast. Cause like when you think of like now I'm known for more than a podcast, but when you think okay, Solo, he the one with the podcast, BeDifferent Podcast, exactly how it's gonna be. To where I started out small now, but once I make it big and become the official sports analyst and be on TV, then I'm still gonna have my podcast role, and then they bring in different guests, and then I can branch off and just started like present other podcasts, be like this podcast, but it's presented by the BeDifferent Podcast. Also, just on some branching out, getting other people's name out there. So just knowing the end goal of what I want to do and how far I actually want to take the podcast, that will really keep me motivated. Okay. And they go back, just another thing about people that's willing to start a podcast. You got to know what you're starting for. You got to know if you want to start it for a hobby or something that you actually want to turn into something big. Because it's like you can turn your regular podcast on YouTube into something big. Like, I know like a whole bunch of podcasts that I watch, they sell merchandise, guys, sponsorship, got affiliations. Like you can turn it into something big and it just be two people sitting on the couch the whole time, but you making millions of dollars off of it. Facts. So it's just about, like I said, for me, my motivation is just knowing the end goal of what I want the podcast to turn out to be. So yeah. So
then I guess another question would be like, what's the biggest way to get your name out there? Cause like I done seen you do like, okay, you done interview basketball players, you done brought in people with clothing brands, etc. So like, what's like the biggest way that you can say to get your name out there?
That's a good question, bro, because I think about that every day. Like, what's some stuff I can do to branch out more? But really, it goes back to just being consistent. Like, because regardless of who you have on your podcast, like I say all the time, all it takes is that one right person to see the video. Because the way social media is, like, that one person see a video, they can repost it, and now you got 1 million views. But at the same time, it goes back to, like I said, consistency, because you got to post. Fact. Like I can't have girls like I had Cody and Christine. I can't have them on the podcast and I don't post a podcast or I don't post clips from the podcast like to where they can get it out there and actually, to get people's attention. Because I can post it on YouTube, but everybody not just scrolling on YouTube all day long. Everybody scrolling on TikTok.
People switch on TikTok,
exactly, Instagram, Facebook.
Exactly.
Like you gotta post on everything to where it can catch everybody's attention and get everybody engagement. So, like I said, just go back to consistency, just posting, getting it out there. Cause like I said, like I tell people all the time with businesses, like that I talk to and just different things I've been trying to do with the podcast. I ask them, do you have a TikTok page? And most of them say no. Why you don't have a TikTok page? Everybody and their grandma on TikTok. Literally, like from the youngest kid to the oldest person they got TikTok. So if all this fails, at least one person gonna scroll on TikTok and they gonna see that video. Yep. They gonna see that clip. They gonna see that advertisement that you post, and there's one more person that's watching your video, that's engaging with you. They can go subscribe to different things like that. So you just really just keeping up with like the trends and stuff like that, and just posting on social media. Like you gotta post. You gotta post. You gotta have something for people to see. So yeah, man. That about Okay. About it just to really get your name out there. And then also just about like connecting like outside of the podcast. Yes, the podcast is what I do, but when I talk to people, I tell them, hey, I got a podcast, BeDifferent Podcast. If you like sports, hey, go tune in. Like I got business cards that I hand out. Like it's just all about you wanna get yourself out there. Like you can post all day, all night long, but you gotta actually get out there and wanna get your name out there. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So yeah, man, hey, those some good questions though, bro. Those some good questions right there, man. You might need to go ahead and host you a podcast, bro.
BeDifferent Podcast. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie for this.
Might be next up, man.
For this segment that I do got coming up, bro. I am gonna need a host. I got some in the words that I'm trying to do, and I am gonna need a co-host. So hey,
let me know something.
For real, hey, we can get right, man. We can get right, but hey, for real, those some good questions though, bro. Like, I ain't never had nobody ask me no questions. Like, I had other people ask me questions on the podcast, but I ain't no questions like that, though. So, hey, that's hard, man. But, hey, you been keeping up with sports, though? Any sports thing?
You already know. Like, the barbershop talk, I don't really be tuned in with the sports, but you can ask me something, and I can make it work. What's up?
Yeah, man. So, bro, we just going to talk about Ole Miss sports before we close this episode out, man. What you thinking, bro? What you think about the football team?
I think it's solid. I think we like what's the record we doing?
We number 6 right now. We
had
number 6.
Number 6. You know what I'm saying? Like really, shoot. I remember last year when we beat Georgia. This year we had lost Georgia. Like I really thought, considering the fact how we've been looking and what happened last year, I thought we were really gonna beat Georgia. Yeah. But overall though, like we looking pretty solid.
Hey, I like the boys though, for real, man. I say we win. I say if we win out, like I said on the last episode, I said if we win out, we go 11-1. I feel like we'll still be at like that number 6 spot, number 6 to 7. Cause like,
but I feel like Ole Miss is like, man, not even decent. I feel like Ole Miss like Grenada, bro. Like, nah, not Grenada. I feel like, what is it called? I feel like Ole Miss like Tupelo, bro. Like. It's like they'll make it almost every year, but they just lose, bro. Yeah, like, I think Ole Miss
but Tupelo won it last year, though.
Exactly.
So they got over hope last year. They got over hope last year. But hey,
like Tupelo, bro.
I definitely get what you're saying. Like they have a great regular
solid team, good team. They putting BTA, bro. But every time they make it to some important, it's like
they fold. I definitely agree with what you're saying,
bro.
I definitely agree. I definitely agree, but like I said, Tupelo got over that hump last year, so hopefully we can get over that hump this year, man. Like, I think Ole Miss got it, bro. It's just
that's the thing.
It's just like you said when it come down to that important game,
we don't like they know, freeze, like bro. It's like but overall, pretty good team for sure. I cannot knock them for that. They're pretty good team.
I was watching when they released the rankings. I want to say it last night. As of right now, if the college football was to end today, we would play Virginia in the first round, and then if we were to win that game, we'd play Texas A&M in the second round. I feel like we can beat Virginia, but I don't know about us versus Texas A&M if that was to happen right now.
Cause bro, it's just like wow, like that what happened last year. It's like once it get down to the nitty gritty, it's like
like, but I feel like this year's offense can score on anybody's defense.
I feel that though.
I don't know about our defense.
Like, and it's crazy because we usually have good defense.
Good defense, exactly. Like
kind of iffy.
And like, not saying the defense is bad because they didn't pick it up these past few games, but compared to these other defenses, bro, I don't know, bro.
No, I feel you though.
I don't know, but it also come down to one thing I can't say about our defense. When we need a stop, they have been showing up in those clutch moments where like we need a stop, they'll get a sack or something, or get a pass deflection or something, get off the field. So
I feel that, bro.
I don't know, man.
It just all depends on like who got the most heart, bro. Like, at the end of the day, cause like we have the team to win it all. It's just all about who want it more.
Who want it more? Facts. It's real, bro.
So, it's just something you just gotta watch and see for yourself.
Facts.
We might not win it all, but like we just gonna do good every year regardless. But we might not win the championship though.
Yeah.
Which is what I've seen in the past. Not even looking. I'm not saying like, I done looked into it or watched Ole Miss every weekend. Really be forgetting they have games. But like from what I've seen, bro. We get down to it, and then it's just
facts, bro. Facts. That's what I said on the episode I did not too long ago. I was like, when are we gonna stop accepting a 9-3, 10-2 bowl game win season and start holding Lane Kiffin accountable and like about getting to the playoffs, about making it like an actual legit game. Like,
feel that.
And don't get me wrong, 12-team playoffs just started, but like, still though, like, you can't have a great regular season, win the Egg Bowl, not win the Egg Bowl, but win the bowl game, and you not making like in the postseason.
I feel that because like last year, I remember I was at the Egg Bowl, bro. Mississippi State didn't win. They won like one game the whole season. The game should not be that close.
Exactly.
Like what's the issue? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I sat there and I watched it Like it's like Mississippi State. I don't know their record, but they were like I just say for example.
Last year team they was like 2-10.
That's what I'm saying. So like, how did we beat Georgia but can barely beat Mississippi State? Like,
I feel you on that, but I can't lie. Out of all my time doing football, the Egg Bowl just always been a good game.
It always have been,
regardless of which team was the best team.
That's the problem though, because like you gotta think about this. They beat Georgia, right?
Yeah.
Why can't they just go out and have the same heart versus Mississippi State?
Exactly.
If they had the same mindset and the same heart, it would have been BTA. Like,
exactly.
It would have been a shutout.
And that's what I feel like. And I can say this with experience, because me playing football, I've done this a few times. Like, when you playing a team that like
exactly.
you be in that man like I'm not worried about that.
But you gotta think you was in high school though. These folks getting paid millions of dollars. Like you getting paid millions of dollars. Like if I got paid $100,000 a year, I'll go out there and single-handedly win every game. I think they getting too comfortable, gang.
Yeah.
Especially with the NIL money, these folks coming in, they already getting their check. They like, let me just. It's almost not even. Life going back to the career versus job. It's just a job now. Like it's not it's not something they just love no more.
Exactly.
They just do it for the money. So really, like, I ain't saying cut NIL money because they getting that paper. I can't even count. They getting that paper. But it should be a way that these folks should go in every game and just play their heart out.
Play hard out. Like,
you know what I'm saying, bro?
It almost should be like they should get
incentives or something
that's
for
winning
the game.
That's the word I'm looking for. Like, you know how
it should like fluctuate.
Professional athletes, like, they got it to where, like, in the NFL, say you make this set amount of tackles, you get a bonus.
That's what I'm saying.
If you make like the Pro Bowl, you get a bonus. Like, exactly, it should be. I feel what you're saying. They should get they set amount, and then like say have incentives. Like, if you're a D lineman, you get 7.5. You get 7 sacks.
That's what I'm saying.
That's extra,
you get some more money.
Exactly. Yeah. 20,000 or something.
A little something.
Facts,
you know what I'm saying? Because I done seen the
Facts.
question plenty of times. It's like NIL ruining college sports. Now keep in mind, never played college sports, so I'm not the best representative. But what I see is though. I'm gonna sound old, but back then, like, folks were just going hard for the call because they wanted to win.
Yeah.
See, you see what I'm saying? It's like folks just wanted to win because who want to lose to Mississippi State and these folks 2-10? Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
But it's like these folks getting hella paid. These folks putting up in Benzes, Range Rovers. These folks getting hella paid. It's like these folks just show up and just do something, and then they just gonna get their money. They just gonna go home.
Yeah,
and that's respectable, gang. I mean, I respect it. But like in a way, I do feel like NIL is kind of ruining it.
Yes, it is.
Because see, for people, like, okay, for instance, like we ain't got no NIL money. You know what I'm saying? But you already know we got it. We just all of a sudden start getting NIL money. We finna go out there and beat Georgia with two people.
What?
That's what I'm saying. But like,
you paying me to play? I'm gonna
you
go
paying
hard.
me to play football? I really feel like though it's really just like a passion thing though. Like these folk not playing football for the love of football no more. They just paying it so they can put food on the table. And I respect it, gang, but
at the same time,
it's gonna lead to a worse result anyway.
Exactly, bro. And then it's crazy that you say that because on the episode I had did with this dude named Josh up here in Oxford, we was talking about that, bro. And he was like, you can't expect a 18, 19-year-old young kid, young man to come in. Then, like, not saying that they came from nothing, but say they came from a small town where they really had no money. Now you coming up here D1, you paying them millions.
Millions of dollars.
Millions. Like, you
thousands of dollars. 50
like,
bands is a lot.
Exactly,
50 bands is crazy work.
Exactly.
Like,
so
people mama making 30 bands a year. They getting 50 bands a month.
Exactly. Like, you can't expect them to come in with, like, no training, no guidance, just to expect them, like, I got money, I'm finna, keep playing. No, they think I got money, I'm finna go hard. We finna go
tango, right? We finna go buy the whole club some drinks.
I think give me a car, finna give me a chain.
You know what I'm saying? Big chain, but see, I think they gotta start worrying about the chains, and they gotta start worrying about what's the whole point of really of how they getting the chains.
Exactly.
I think they too caught up on the chains. And they not really focused on what's getting them the change. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's really like the way how it go. Cause I feel like I just said, they too worried about getting the chains and not worried about keeping the chains.
Yeah, fact.
Cause shoot, you might have the chain, but the end goal, I'm assuming for most of them is the NFL.
Yep.
So why are you not going out here and smacking Mississippi State left and right when you just got done beating Georgia?
Yeah, you right.
That's crazy.
You right. Now I definitely feel what you're saying.
It's
just on. I was about to say something. And like you said, the end goal is NFL because at the end of the day, college got to end.
Cause who gonna be comfortable with just making millions of dollars for 4 years?
Exactly. College gonna end unless you making millions of dollars and creating other things to make money off that deal.
Unless you doing crazy bankroll, unless you doing investing and doing on top of that stuff, but have fun just getting chains. So I know the end goal has to be NFL. So why y'all not going Fed to get in the NFL?
Yeah, you're right. Now you're right. Then it just go back to, like you said, it just go back to a passion thing. Because regardless of how much money that you're making, your love for the game and just playing the game and what's got you to work hard and get you in this position should outweigh how much money that you're getting.
Exactly. At the end of the day, I feel like, when I keep in mind, like, money.
Yeah.
Money is crazy.
Everybody, want money.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, I
can't sugarcoat it. Like, we don't want money.
I don't blame them at all. Like, if I would get 50 bands a month, might as well get a chain. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But I feel like, not that the money should outweigh the passion, which in all reality it should. I feel like the money should just be the motivation to do better so you can get more money. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they doing it well. Not they. I don't know why y'all doing it. Y'all could just not be good for real. I don't know. But I
definitely get you saying.
I feel like the money might be the downfall for a lot of the people who play football, and that's just the real. And
it just, like I said, like it all boils down to the passion. Like, if you playing football and this is something that you want to do with your life, like you said, you gonna go hard.
You gonna go hard whatever you gotta do. Money. Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald getting crazy bankroll. He's still going out there, and he gone now. He was still going hard. Yeah. Since he came into it. I just looked at the story. I believe he started at a community college, like a small college, something like that. And then he got to work, got to NFL. You see what I'm saying? Crazy bankroll.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I can't say that the money is ruining it, but what I can say is it's probably killing some of the passion. But see though, I mean, like I said though, this shouldn't offend nobody. But like, if you don't like what I'm saying, it's probably towards you then.
Facts. So like if you feel offended, that means you just playing for the money. You ain't got that passion.
But shoot, either way though, because if you love the game of football and the money is just a bonus, then this is not going to offend you. But if you playing for the money, it's going to offend you. But it shouldn't offend you because, shoot, you getting crazy bankroll. You know what I'm saying? Crazy bankroll.
Facts,
but yeah, like, something else?
Hey, man. No, I mean, not really, you know. Just smooth little episode. Had to get my guy back on just for some great conversation, for sure. Man. Like I always do for all I get, man, just let the people know. Your social media is where they can find your main social media is at your photography page. Just any shout outs that you would just like the people to know.
Man, really on IG, I really just be on IG. You can find me at Isaiah ISIAHH 1_. You're gonna see the skits. You're gonna see the photography and just regular post of course. And then my photography main page is gonna be J Peeped It, and that's PEEPEDIT with J in front of it, JAY.
Yeah, I'm gonna have all the edit in so they can know how to spell and everything.
Bet. And shoot, skits finna come back. Just been busy, just had to do some things. Skits finna come back if y'all know me for the skits. And yeah, that's about it though. Shoot, shout out my mom.
Shout out moms, man.
For sure. Thanks. My dudes.
Hey, man. Hey, I appreciate you for coming on the show, man. Quick little episode. I sure wanted to do a podcast today. I just didn't know where I was gonna get on there. So I'm glad you came through, man. But y'all already know what I do for each show, man. BeDifferent quote of the week is from, hey, man, the Hustle Lab podcast. Shout out my guy Josh, man. Hey, new podcast coming soon, Hustle Lab. Y'all stay tuned for that. From Real Talk Studio, man. But the quote is, write the vision, make it plain, then move, man. You got to write your vision down, know what you want to do, and then you just got to act on it, man.
You got to keep going.
Exactly. The only person that can make it come true is you, man. So, hey, got to put in the work in just to see the results that you want to have, man. But like I said, I appreciate you for coming on this episode, man. But until next time, I'm Solomon.
J. Holmes, Jeremy, Isaiah.
All right, man. Y'all remember to tell everybody you know about the BeDifferent Podcast, man. Y'all remember, be different.